This is Aaron East of MMA UK, and I'm joined today by the man that needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyway, Louie, the Vanilla Gorilla Sutherland.
Nice.
And Louie shocked the MMA community last week when he announced that after careful consideration that he would be parting ways with PFL/Bellator and has become a free agent. Louie, mate, as always, it's a pleasure speaking with you, brother. Thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks for hitting me up and thanks for your time again. It's always a pleasure, mate.
Greatly appreciate it, man. And that was a big decision you made there, mate. I was shocked when I saw your announcement.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of obviously that, I didn't really tell many people. It was just sort of within my circle, really, my coaches, a couple of teammates, and my manager, really. I've actually trying to work a release since beginning of the year. So it's been a long time coming, really. I've been thinking long and hard about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big decision, one that I didn't take lightly, and here I am. Here I am. So this is what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, we spoke to in the past. I mean, your main frustration has been activity. I mean, you're just so hungry all the time, and you put in so much effort. Everyone that knows you knows how much effort you put in, and but not to be able to get out there. I mean, well, that must have been a defining factor in it as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I obviously look back at it now, I basically just done the maths.
Yeah.
I was trying to work a release just before the start of this year.
Yeah.
And obviously I got offered that fight in Paris, which I wasn't going to turn down. Whoever it was going to be, I was going to fight him nonetheless. So, you know, I put all my effort into that. Then I had a great training camp. And yeah, but it's one of those things. When I look back now, I think I've only fought 3 times in the PFL/Bellator cage in the last 2 years. So 3 fights on that stage in 2 years isn't enough for me, especially at the I'm at the point in my career now where, you know, I still need the experience. Yeah, I'm knocking people out and so forth, but I still need the cage time, and I need as much cage time as possible. And anyone that knows me, any promoter that's ever spoke to me, matchmaker, knows that as soon as they've got something for me, I'm on it. You know, I'm constantly on you. I'm constantly on people for matches, and that's what I was like with Bellator and PFL. As soon as my fight finished in May, I was like, "When's the next one? Get me out as soon as possible. I need to get out as soon as possible." So yeah, that's kind of pushed me to make the decision. When I've done the maths, looking back at it, 3 fights, sort of 2 years under that banner isn't enough for me, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. And in my opinion, and I bet in everyone else's, it's a huge loss for them, bro. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, we parted on good terms. I mean, there's no hard feelings at all. They're a great company, great show. Yeah. Production's great. The people behind the scenes are fantastic. So there's no animosity there. And I even said in a few of my messages, personal messages I sent to some of the team and the matchmakers, like, there's no reason why I couldn't circle back in 12 months, a year and a half, once I've had a few more fights and so forth. I just want to be active, you know. I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm young. Just want to stay active, man.
Yeah, definitely. And you've definitely stood out as one of the biggest names in the UK for quite some time, which got you, which was the main reason to get you on the PFL books. I mean, back in 2022. But with that door now closed, you'll be quite the asset to anyone that's looking for a big, powerful heavyweight such as yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You're a good salesman.
Thanks very much, man. It's the first time I've heard that, but thank you.
Yeah, no, obviously, I think anywhere I go, I guess I've got belief in myself. I'll be an asset, anyone that picks me up. So I've got belief that I'll carry on knocking people out. I can put anybody away. There's obviously things that I need to be working on, and I'm always constantly working on, especially the grappling side of things. I'm grappling as much as possible. But I like to put people to sleep, and any promotion that does sign me or wants to sign me knows what they're going to get when I step in the cage. They're going to get ultimate violence, and they're going to get me trying to knock the other person's head off. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, it must be quite exhilarating to be able to start afresh with such a huge amount of experience, as well as the name you've made for yourself behind you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And in terms of obviously the name I've made, obviously I'm still I'm still quite fresh in the sport, but yeah, I went on a bit of a tear, you know, racking up as many fights as possible, against good opposition as well. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, any promotion that wants to give me the opportunity knows that yeah, I'm going to step in there and try and knock some people's head off. Not their head. In terms of obviously me, I don't really play for points either. That isn't really my style, you know. So I know obviously it's probably against the better judgment of my coaches and stuff, but that's just not who I am. I'm bred to fight really, and I like knocking people's heads off.
Yeah, definitely. And in my opinion, you couldn't have picked a better time with so many huge organisations screaming out for exciting heavyweights. I mean, I bet there's been some quite good offers coming your way so far.
Yeah, that's right. So obviously there's definitely people that are interested. Literally, it's been like a week or so, or 2 weeks, coming up to 2 weeks. So I am in a rush, but I'm not, if that makes sense. I want to make sure that the deal's right for me. And I obviously want to make sure that the activity that I was lacking can be replaced with this new promotion, or whoever wants to take me on, whether that's fight by fight for now, or whether
Yeah.
that's a multi-fight deal. There has to be activity there. I can't be sort of stagnant and waiting around and having sort of 9, 10 months in between fights. To me, that isn't a professional. Someone that fights once a year, twice a year. I mean, how can I call myself a professional when I'm, you know, doing it once or twice a year? The real thing. So I need to be in there as much as possible.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more,
Yeah.
man. And I'd certainly be flown in. But like everything, we all have our preference, bro. I mean, where would where would your preference be for your destination?
I haven't really got a preference at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I think the door is open to multiple organisations. I've spoken to a few.
Mm.
I won't name any at the moment, but there are 2 or 3 fairly big organisations that are interested.
Mm.
Um, but it's whether, obviously, again, that activity and so forth. And it isn't so much about preference. It's
Yeah.
about I know what I bring to the table, and I know on a promotional side what these guys can offer. You know, whether they're European, Asia based, you know, Middle East based.
Mm.
It doesn't really matter where they're based. I know that they're going to be able to, when they sign someone like me, they're going to be able to push me for one. I think I'm pretty
Mm.
good on the mic. I'm quite camera friendly. So they're going to be able to push my profile. It's whether they can give me the activity. So whatever one suits that narrative, I'll probably go with. And if it doesn't, then I'll take it fight by fight. There's still some UK-based promotions that are interested as well, and
Mm.
happy to have me on their show. So yeah, I'm in talks with quite a few. But obviously, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to be fighting the best in the world, and everyone knows where the best in the world are located. Obviously, the UFC, but that's that's a long-term vision. That's not a short-term vision or a medium-term vision. So I'm focused on the next 3 or 4 fights, whatever promotion that's with, knocking some people's heads off, building a bigger name for myself, and getting some more highlights. Really, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I remember us speaking the other day and mentioning where I think you'd thrive, and I definitely stick to my guns on that one, man. I think those famous yellow gloves would suit you down to a T. I mean, would that be something you'd entertain?
What's that, Cage Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be something I would entertain. But I think I've spoken to someone from their team before, and I've spoken to them recently.
Mm.
I don't think they have the capacity or the want to have a heavyweight division. I think
Mm.
the last time they had a heavyweight division is when Tom Aspinall was fighting.
Mm.
I think that's the last time they had it. And there's no way I'm making light heavyweight because I cut for heavyweight. So,
Mm.
you know, there's not going to be any chance of going down to the light heavyweight division. So look, if Cage Warriors want to open the doors to a heavyweight division, they know where to call, and you know where to find me. They can give me a call anytime, and I'll put them yellow gloves on and start rolling some heads. So it's entirely up to them, really. The ball's in their court on that one. I mean, I know it'd be a good look, but I don't know what their appetite is for a heavyweight division. So unless you know something I don't.
I wish I did, mate. But to be honest, I think if they're listening, I reckon now's the time to build a heavyweight division, and I reckon you'd be an absolute pinnacle fighter for them to start building around. To be honest, my opinion.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and I couldn't agree more. To be fair, I'm fairly marketable, but I just personally think that the heavyweight division in the UK is pretty weak at the moment.
Mm.
I think a lot of people want to protect their records, which I've got no issue with. But at the end of the day, you got to test yourself. A lot of these guys are so picky and choosy with who they fight and whatever it may be. But that's them. That's on them. It's their career. But I think if Cage Warriors or anyone had a heavyweight division like that, it'd be quite hard to match, because it seems like most of these heavyweights want to keep their zero, they want to keep their O, they don't want to test themselves until they get to the big stage. So, I think if they had one, I don't know how long it would last, if I'm honest. Because there are heavyweights in the UK, right?
Exactly.
There are heavyweights, but some of them choose not to fight domestically. They want to try and avoid, and to be fair, even some of the journeymen, like when I've had late pullouts and you get like a journeyman that wants to step up, once they find out they're fighting me, they don't want to fight anymore, because who wants to get their head caved in for $1,000? You know what I mean? It's and that's ultimately what's going to happen. If you don't take me down and hold me down for 3 rounds, I'm gonna bash your skull in, and you're probably gonna walk away with 500 quid. You know what I mean? And like 10% less brain function. So it's not an ideal thing. So that's why I struggle domestically. And Europeanly, I'm looking to all different regions. I'm looking to Russia. I'm looking to the Middle East, Europe. You can obviously think of the promotions that I'm on about, but
yeah,
I'm in talks with those types of guys, because that's where I'm going to find the fights. I think domestically at the moment, it's going to be super hard unless they're flying people in, and not everyone's got the budget for that.
We're talking from a UK fan base point of view. I hope the heavyweight division sorts itself out and we get more like yourself around it. We definitely deserve it. I mean, we used to be king of the heavyweights. We always used to be.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I think our little island, England, Scotland, all together, Northern Ireland, whatever, Wales, Ireland itself as well, the Republic of Ireland, we've always produced really, really good fighters, and we've always produced really, really good heavyweights. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, we have a really good heavyweight in the UFC at the moment. He's top of the pile at the moment, so he's doing well. You've got the likes of Mick Parkin and those others doing really well. But there's just a handful of us. And we've always been known across the pond of producing really good fighters, really good heavyweights. But I think we're a dying breed, to be fair. Everyone likes to look like a fighter, in my eyes. Everyone likes the idea of being a fighter, but when it comes down to it, do they really want to fight?
The main thing is, I mean, you're definitely keeping yourself in top shape as always, bro. I mean, across many gyms you frequently train with, and when the offer finally manifests and it pushes all the right buttons, I'm sure it'll be the right decision for you and all this invested and interest in your career, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and it's just obviously got to be the best decision for me and my family, really, as well, because I've got kids and stuff. So at the end of the day, they can't suffer because I'm suffering through a lack of inactivity, or I need to be out there putting bread on the table. So I'll fight as much as I can, as long as it means I'm putting food on the table for my kids.
100%, man. I mean, I've frequented many organisations, I've frequented many gyms, and to be honest, every promotion I've gone to, every gym I've gone to, I've seen you there training your ass off, bro. You know what I mean? We always sit there and just like shock each other. It was like, hello, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get about, to be fair. And in terms of the gyms, I'm with my main gyms. My boxing coach. I'm with a GB top team as well down there with Brad and Ash. So like, I've got my main training places. I'm doing my S&C down at Diesel, with XL Strength. Got John Durant, my boxing coach. But like, he's there and they can give me good work. I'm in there. I'm all over the place. I'm rolling here, wrestling there, doing this, you know, kickboxing here. So yeah, you'll see me about, and you know, I'm surprised you don't see me more often. I don't know
Well,
who's avoiding who.
yeah, well, I've taken a bit of sabbatical from traveling around, but I bet you if I organise to go to a gym, I'll probably see you there, bro.
You probably would bump into me somewhere, yeah.
Well, I truly hope you find what you're looking for moving forward, brother. I wish you all the best on your
Yeah.
search, and it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you again, once again, my friend.
No worries, man, and I appreciate your time as always, and keep up the good work, man.
Really appreciate that, man.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon, brother. But before you go, I mean, last but not least, do you have a
Yeah.
message for any potential promoters out there and anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Obviously, I'd like to shout out basically everyone that's involved in my camps and so forth, from friends and family, everyone that supports me, my coaches, giving me all the time and knowledge that I need to get better as a fighter. And my message, I won't say much to the promotions. They know what they're going to get when they sign me. So whoever wants that package can have it, as long as it's the right deal. But I've got a message for most of all the heavyweights, the heavyweight division. At the end of the day, if you want to be a fighter, come and fight. Don't be scared. Pull your socks up, like I said before. Let's get it on. No point looking like a fighter. I'm not an Instagram fighter. Some of these heavyweights are. Come and fight.
Couldn't agree with you more, bro. Could not agree with you more. You enjoy the rest of your day, bro, and I look forward to catching up with you once again.
Nice one. If anyone wants to get their teeth knocked out, let me know, yeah?
100%, man. You'll be the first person I call. Take care, brother.
Wicked, mate. Take care. See you later.
Bye.